So it's not really a surprise by now, but there is a lot of ridiculousness that goes on with a lot of these game developers, a lot of these studios these days. A lot of this empty virtue signaling that we've seen in the past few years, especially things like this from BioWare. BioWare, who is one of these companies that has worked with some of these consultancy firms, the DEI institutions that just try to inject all that woke politics and crap into the video games. BioWare had this tweet yesterday on Easter saying, "Today is Transgender Day of Visibility. Trans people have always been a part of our worlds. We're proud to support them both within our games and in real life." The ironic thing is they got destroyed on this, almost as many quote tweets as likes. And the reality is that people pointed out this game itself doesn't even have a transgender character. We have male and female options, and it's pathetic. It's completely empty, vapid virtue signaling. But that's what we come to expect, unfortunately, even from the game studios themselves. It's not just the consulting firms. It's not just the DEI stuff. The game developing studios are a captured institution at this point. Perfect example is this new CEO of Cornerstone Interactive, which I do believe is still working on their first game. I could be wrong. Lizette Montgomery, claiming that game executives surrendered the video game industry to angry racists and sexists a long time ago. She put this tweet out there, and I remember seeing it a few days ago, saying, "The numbers don't lie. Wokeism is just sparkling profits. Beware spineless gaming executives. We are coming for that money you left on the table, surrendering your communities to angry racists and sexists. Their poison is in your soul, and you will never get it out. Time for the new era of gaming." And then she quote tweets Khalif Adams and his horrible survey, his study that he was part of over at Intel that did a god-awful, wretched job of actually compiling like scientific statistics and surveying, because of the fact that they tried to base it on like, oh, white people like this and black people like that and girls like this and boys like that, but the demographics are not representative, if they are at all, of the actual gaming audience. They don't even list what the ethnic and racial and gender breakdown of the survey is. It's just, oh, well, 40% of white people like this, 50% of black people. It's that whole per capita thing all over again, but I don't want to sweat it too much. Okay, the survey sucks. So the article here from That Park Place says her comments came in reaction to a post from Khalif Adams talking about the survey. On top of all this, Intel's Gaming and Esports General Manager Marcus Kennedy appears to indicate the entire survey was conducted in order to push a diversity and inclusion agenda in gaming. And there you have it. That's literally why they did the survey in the first place. He writes in the introduction, "The common misconception that all gamers are young white males could not be further from the truth." First off, nobody's saying that. The largest single percentage of people that game across the world are Koreans, isn't it? I'm sure it's some sort of Asian demographic. Practically everybody engages with games in some way, shape, or form. As gaming continues to grow in popularity, so does its ability to connect people across geographies, generations, and more. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Whatever. And then you have all your failed games here. All of your DEI crap. So the thing is, this gal, Lizette, is the art director from Psychonauts 2, a group of, like, a series of games I'd never touched. I don't know. Something about Psychonauts just didn't interest me. But here are some tweets of hers that Packer Girl here on Twitter has screenshotted and shared, saying things like, "This is how rapist colonizers think. I can't have her, so I will force myself on her. I can't share it, so I will destroy it. And she deserves it because DEI, ? These people are vile." I mean, this is a person in the modern year, in 2024, comparing people that don't like DEI to rapist colonizers. Here's another one saying, "This is why I left Ubisoft during SP, I don't know what the hell that is. The boys club are known abusers." This woman can't type. I'm not trying to be mean, but she cannot type. "Domestic abuse included. I was verbally insulted constantly, called a stupid bitch in front of my team. The N-word, hard ER, was written on a whiteboard at a meeting I attended. Why didn't you take a picture? No evidence, no screenshots, no photos, as always. I was regularly and purposefully excluded from leadership meetings and decisions that affected my team and processes." Maybe people didn't like you very much, lady. "This kind of behavior was so prevalent, several other people on the team had mental breakdowns during their tenure there. Even if I wanted to complain to HR, I couldn't. My boss was sleeping with the woman who ran HR." Now, that does sound par for the course with a lot of what we heard out of Ubisoft and a few other companies. "I have friends who've experienced the same culture at other UB studios worldwide, stating that the Paris editorial board, whose abuse is also well documented, same stories from Montreal and the Philippine studios. This shit keeps rolling downhill with no accountability." Well, Maybe you should have screenshotted, take pictures, you know, expose them. Don't just sit there and just complain about it. Expose them, you know, be that person that's the actual whistleblower. And here you have, it says Cornerstone Studio CEO and Psychonauts 2 art director Lizette Titre Montgomery accuses an alleged burner account of mansplaining oppression. So here's a quote from somebody named Toni Morrison. Nate here says, they're only distractions as long as you allow them to be. Once you learn to rise above the propaganda, you'll know what true enlightenment is. I say this to all, especially OP, stop with the labels, they keep you distracted. And this is because Lizette said, black women gamers, protect your peace. These distractions are intentional. And that's what his response was. So she responds to that and says, mansplaining oppression on a burner account isn't the flex that you think it is. Okay, Lizette. And here you can see, oh, I've never even interacted with this person and I'm blocked. That's pretty hilarious. I found her profile for the video, but didn't realize I was actually blocked already. Huh, okay. So here you see LinkedIn, art director, co-founder of this Cornerstone Interactive. Cornerstone Interactive, of course, all they have on their website, interestingly enough, their art director, Lizette Titre Montgomery, she is the CEO. Raymond Graham, most recently director of platform graphics at Unity Technologies, 26 years experience in 3D interactive entertainment. And Marcus Montgomery, creative director over 25 years, worked at Sony, Glue, Meta. Okay. What's the one thing you notice about all three of these guys? Interestingly enough. I mean, I don't think I need to say it out loud, right? But there's something that they all have in common, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe y'all can tell me in the comments down below. Very interesting stuff coming from people who say that everyone else is racist, but when you look at the demographics of their company, at least the people all at the top, there's something very interesting there. Anyways, I'm going to leave that there. If you guys are in the market for a new computer, go check out Meta PCs. I do have the link in the comments down below. And you can always use my code to save a little bit of money. They do fantastic work. Great group of people over there. I've actually met them all. They are wonderful people. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there, and I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.